Okay, welcome back to my channel, and I'm here in front of you to discuss my summary regards with the chapter 9, which is the transport layer. So let's start. Let's start with the transport layer protocols. This can be tackled. The purpose of the transport layer in managing transportation or data and end-to-end communications, and also characteristics of the TCP and UDP protocols, including port numbers and their uses. The main role of the transport layer is to transport layer is responsible for establishing a temporary communication session between two applications and delivering data between them. So the transport layer provides services such as connection-oriented data stream support, reliability, flow control, and multiplexing. So nowadays, for example, from the transport layer, I will example the transportation in the Philippines. So if you have what we call reliability, flow control, multiplexing, and connection oriented, you will use the ways that or you will visit first the ways in order to know if which road is blocked, which road is open, which road has a collision, and which road has or which road is the shortcut for your destination. So it is somehow similar with the role of transport layer. Connection, the oriented, stream, reliability, flow control, and the multiplexing. Then also the transport layer responsibilities, the track individuals conversations. By tracking each individual conversation flowing between a source application and a destination application separately. So for example, a network or an internet send an email, so the email will be going to a transport layer, and the transport layer will track the email and guide it in order to send it to any proper person. In addition, from the transport layer responsibilities, segments data resemble segments, which symbolizes that by dividing the data into segments that are easier to manage and transport. So this transport layer, they broke the data, or they divided the data in order into binary and to easily transport it on our connection and resemble it when it is in the destination, so it can be transport or it can be managed and transport easier. Then identify the applications. By ensuring even when multiple applications are running on a device, all applications receive the correct data. So simply using what device is running. Then even though you have a multiple application running in a device, it can ensure that the data can deliver the or the packets or the segment or the layer can deliver the data in the right place. So conversation of multiplexing. Then we have the segmentations, the data into smaller chunks, also enables many different communications from many different users, then to be interleave or multiplex on the same network. Then the transport layer adds a header then that contains binary data to identify the each segment data, and enable various transport layer protocols perform different functions in the management of data communication. So let's go with the transport layer reliability. The transport layer is also responsible for managing reliability. Some application may not require reliability. Transport layer requirements vary from application to application. Then TCP or IP suite provides the transport layer protocols, and the transmission control protocol or TCP, and user datagram protocol as a UDP. So in addition, IP uses these transport protocols enable hosts to communicate and transfer data. So the TCP is considered as a reliable, full featured transport layer protocol, then which allows for packet data delivery confirmation. So in contrast, UDP is the very simple transport layer protocol and does not provide any reliability. So let's go with the TCP. The TCP transport is reliable because it supports packet delivery confirmation. There are three basic operations that reliability with TCP. So numbering and tracking data segments and transmitted to a specific host from a specific application. Then from acknowledging received data, then retrieving any unacknowledged data after a certain period of time. So we have the UDP. If reliability is not required, UDP is better transport protocol. Then UDP provide the basic functions or delivering data segments between the appropriate applications with very little overhead and data checking. So in addition, some applications do not require reliability. So the reliability incurs in additional overhead and possible delays in transmission, and adding overhead to ensure reliability for some application and could reduce the usefulness of the application, and it can be detrimental. So in addition here from the transport layer protocols again, and we have the TCP is better choice for TCP is better choice for not at all for a certain applications only. So applications whose segments must arrive in a very specific sequence to be proceed successfully. Then second one is the application in which data must be fully received before any considered before it any is considered useful. So the application required TCP includes a database, web browsers, mail clients. Also, the UDP is better choice for uh, applications that can tolerate some data loss during transmission, but delays in transmission are unacceptable. So application using UDP include live audio streaming, live video streaming, and voice over IP. So it's a UDP. And the TCP features the establishing a session, reliable delivery, and the flow control, same as same order delivery. In addition to supporting the basic functions of the data segmentation and assembly, TCP provides the following services, or what we call this, or what I say as said recently: the establishing a session, reliable delivery, same order delivery, and flow control. For the TCP header, TCP stateful protocol, it keeps tracks to the safe state of the communication session by recording which information has sent and which information has been acknowledged. So each TCP segment has 20 bytes, an equivalent of overhead in the header, and also encapsulating the application layer data as shown in the example. Then the IB also I have to determine the what is the UDP features though. So let's start with the UDP features. So we know order data reconstruction. So it means that data is reconstructed in the order that it is received. So next is the connectionless, no session and establishment, and no flow control, which means that does not inform the sender about source availability, then unreliability or unreliable delivery, which means any segments lost or not resent. Then we have the UDP header. UDP is a stateless protocol. Neither the sender or the receiver is obligated to keep track or state the communication session. Other one is the multiple separate conversations. The transport layer must separate and manage multiple communications with different transport requirements in order to make it more efficient and make it more helpful with the users. And we have the port numbers. We have source, what we call source port, and the destination port. Specifically, the source port, it is the sender or the sending message, and the destination port is the receiver who will receive the message. Then you have the socket pairs, port number group. Have also the netstat command. uh, Use netstat to the list protocol in use, the local address and port numbers, the foreign address and the port numbers, and the connection state. Then the TCP and the UDP. The TCP server process, uh, for to make it easily, each application process running on the server uses port numbers and classified as TCP server. The TCP connection establishment, for example, the initializing client requests a client server communication and session with the server. So it's example of TCP connections table. And for our TCP session termination, for example, when the client has no more data to send the stream, so it sends a segment with the fin flag set. So that's all for the chapter 9. Hope you like it, hope you understand, and thank you for watching.